Welcome in everybody. How is my audio? Let me know if it's messed up or not. Day is Saturday, the 4th of September. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Wasn't able to stream yesterday. I had to go to a family event. But we are here today. Let's get the info command switch so you guys know what's all going on. Last time we were checking out the latest 1.18 snapshot. That was number 6. That was a lot of fun, just chilling, flying around, looking it out. So today, we're going to go back to working on updating some of our farms to 1.18. And also looking at potential changes in 1.18 that could affect our farms. That's why we have to update them. Updating my auto farms for 1.18 potential changes. And then we got the review video. That looks good. Good. Update that. Let's also turn on the controller overlay, as well as opting bot. Oh, is everybody doing? One thing, just looking at my stream, we are trying out Tori's new overlay. Hey, Antonio coming in with 7 months. They're on a 6-month streak as well. He says, "Heyo, how are you doing?" One of our great stream moderators coming in, using their Prime to sub. Really appreciate that, Antonio. How are you doing? Thanks so much for coming in with the Twitch sub, using the Prime. Means a lot of support to me. Appreciate that. If you guys don't know, each and every month, anybody who has Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, or if know of anybody that does have that, make sure they use it up each and every month, because it's really amazing. You get a free sub out of it. It does have to be done manually. So it's like giving away free money when you do that, and you get all of the rewards. If you want to check out everything that you get as a Twitch sub, just do !sub, and there's a document covering all that good stuff, access to the sub server, all of that. Yay, the bot's working. How's the overlay look? It looks like the white text, the white outline looks a little bit weird on some of the text. I don't know if that's how it looked for you guys too. Audio is good, hopefully. We got Blaze in the chat. We got Abel. We got Tori. Hey, we're just talking about you, Tori. Trying out your new overlay. What do you think of it? Does it look as good as you thought? For me, on my crunched up screen, I got a miniature version of it. The white outline looks a little bit weird, but maybe it looks okay for you. It might just because it's shrunken. We got Ordinary. We also got Leo. We got Andre. We got Arctic Fox in the chat. Another one of our stream moderators. We also got FaZe. Sprink. Oh, we got Natural, Maxi, Doom, Sprink, Spunk coming in with a resub. Didn't come through announcements, but I do see that. Thank you much. Appreciate that. We also got Clickwell. Welcome in, everybody. Just Some Guy is also here. Tori says looks fine. Yeah, I thought it looked really good. I think the only thing I noticed is that the jeans, like the blue jeans on the avatar, the blue looks like it got faded somehow. Maybe that was with the, what do you call that? The green screen thing. But yeah, I think it turned out really good. Welcome, welcome everybody. It's the info command should be up to date. Let's also send out announcements. I do that through my YouTube community tab. So if you guys want to check out future streams, make sure you guys do have that bell notification turned on over there. We're just saying last Wednesday we did, or this last Wednesday, we did look at the new 1.18 snapshot. That was fun. We did that during the stream. Gave some feedback to the developers, which is always good. I'm sure they're always appreciative of that stuff. You guys can always send feedback. They have a special feedback page, as well as on Twitter. The main thing I took away from just looking through the world, I think the aquifers was kind of the main ugly thing, and the cave still didn't really connect up with the aquifers as much as I was hoping. That was a little bit disappointing, but they're really coming a long way. You could tell that they're getting kind of towards the end stages of the actual world gen, and they're gonna work on more of the mechanics and stuff like that. That's all good. But let's send out the announcements on my YouTube community page. If you guys are sub to me on my YouTube, as well as have that bell turned on so you don't miss out announcements. We're gonna be working on 1.18. What did I actually write for the title? Let me write exclamation marks stats. Order says layover looks good, looks fine to us, says Antonio. That's awesome. Access says, thanks Ray, love your work and just built your raid farm. That's awesome. A lot of people enjoy the raid farm. I try to keep it simple yet effective and worthwhile. So the title of this stream is called 1.18 Snapshot 6 Farm Designing. Okay, cool. 1.18 update. Update number 6. Auto farms updating. Okay, cool. So I will send this announcement out not only on YouTube page, I'll also send it out on Twitter. Someone do I guess my Twitter link is right there in the chat. You guys can also follow my Twitter for those guys that enjoy all the hustle and bustle that goes on over there. Okay. Let's see. Looks good. We'll send that out. Let everybody know that we are currently streaming. I also sent announcements on my Discord, so if you can get everybody to join that. There's a lot of good stuff over there. You guys can also show off your own builds, keep up to date on upcoming videos and farm ideas. It's all over there on my Discord. Links are also down below. Announcements went out. Music is playing. Music looks good. Awesome. Welcome in everybody. If you guys haven't already, hit the follow button just underneath the stream. Great way to show your support. Appreciate that. Oh, someone actually tried to do the projects command. That's funny. I put that in knowing that might occur. So I think I can go ahead and did restart my computer. And then I lose access to my Steam controller. Let's go ahead and turn that back on. And then I think we're ready to turn off the overlays. Very cool overlays. Stream starting soon, it says. Check out my other links. That's really cool. Okay, so did I turn it off? Oh no, I gotta scroll up. There. Okay. Now you guys can see it. Welcome in everybody. So, last stream we looked at the newest snapshot. And then prior to that, we were working on updating our mob farms to 1.8. There's a few changes that are already implemented. There's some that's possibly implemented, such as mobs will spawn faster, even though they're high up in the air. Essentially, they'll be the same speed no matter where you put the farm, which is actually might have more benefits than I initially thought. Right here we have the mob washing farm that I made probably like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, but I want to update it. So one of the first things we did is we tried to put use of the trapdoors, waterlogged trapdoors, so that's good. We got that in there. The next thing I want to do is put in the device that is going to power all this. So we're going to start powering it from above, then it's going to come down and power through all of the layers. And then we just need to have a place where it collects them when they die. So the powering system, if I remember correctly, what we do is have a note block for updating. That's a new thing added in 1.13. Note blocks can also update pistons. It's great. I love niche little things like that. So that goes there, and then we can put another piston in here. Yes, okay. And then we have a redstone block there. Good. So that powers that, and then I think we just repeat this a couple times. I think we should almost be there. Maybe one more time. That might be it. Yeah, okay. So that's not too difficult. That's essentially the system that powers everything. Hey, Sammy. Check out the info command. Maybe that farm command should have a cooldown. Let me just double check that. Cool down. Cool down. Oh, cool down for 1 minute. Yeah, if the moderators, if you notice any commands getting kind of too spammy, let me know. I am trying to kind of clean up my chat, so it doesn't get too spammy. Okay. So that is the on and off switch. Oh yeah, I think we want to put in 2 of these. I think that's what we want to do. If I knock out, the power goes all the way to here. Oh, do I want to put in 2 of these? So if I just put in 1 of these, the farm is wide from there to here. Well, let's just calculate the spawning spaces for this farm. What is this farm? This is a general mob farm, updating for the newer versions. So redstone goes 16 or goes 15 blocks in both directions plus 1, so it's 31 blocks. And then the whole water length thing is, I believe, 7. actually, wait, it's different. The one layer it is 7. The next layer it is 8. Yeah. Okay. So times 7.5. So that's how much spawning spaces are on one layer. Then how many layers do we have? We have... I guess each one of these is 2 layers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 layers. Times 8. So there's almost 2,000 spawning spaces just in this little farm. That's actually pretty darn good. Try and go with simplicity. Also like all the mobs to wash up to one area. I guess I should write that. Maybe I'll write that stuff in the info command. You guys keep asking about what's going on. Okay. Changes. Currently working on updating general mob farm. Okay, so now I think I might as well just cut it this big. I don't know if I need to make it any bigger. 2,000 spawning spaces, not too bad. Could definitely be more. Trying to think, what was my other ones at? So they hit mob cap. Well, yeah, it's hard to say where, how much. Actually, wait, I can kind of base it. Where's my my spider one? Spider. Because I know this one. I think this one sits at mob cap. This uses. I mean, this is really old design. I made drum mob farm for 188. Yep. Yeah, thank you everybody who's hit that follow button. It means a lot. Doesn't cost you anything, but the follow button just underneath the stream. Appreciate it. Diamond DF says, I didn't know that you streamed. Yeah, I've been streaming for 3.5 years. Maybe it's 4 years. You know what? I can't ever quite remember. I have to look back in my Twitter. He says it almost every video. That's true. I do say it almost every video. But not everybody watches all my videos. Okay, so let's just figure out how many spawning spaces are in this one. I love this farm. Let's see. Of course, this is for spiders too. Spiders take a little more room. It don't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 on this side, and there's also 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's only 5 on this side? Oh, okay. I guess that does make sense. 5 on this side, 6 on that side. And then how long is this? Can't remember how long I chose this because it's not based on redstone wire. It might be based on chunks. What do we say? 5 and 6, so it's 11 cross. Let's do this. This will help us count. Maybe I made it exactly 2 chunks or something. Oh yeah, pretty much. Okay, so that's 32, 33. So 11 times 33, right? Something like that. Okay, so there's 300 spawning spaces per layer. That's not bad. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 layers, okay. Times 8. That's around 3,000, so that's about 50% more spawning locations than the one we currently have. Set up. Doo-da-dee-doo-da-dee-doo. Okay, so we can add more layers vertically too. We got 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, we got 8 layers in this one too. Why does this one have so many more spawning spaces? Hmm. $11 at 33. Well, it does seem to have quite a bit more spawning spaces. What's the difference? So this one was. Oh, I didn't double this one, did I? I think I did the first one. I didn't. I think I figured out the spawning spaces for one side, but there's two sides. Or no, there's only one side. Oh, this one has two sides. That's the difference. This farm has two sides. The other one has one side. Okay. Okie dokie. Farm getting seriously when you're getting out the calculator. I mean, not necessarily very serious, even though you get the calculator out, but it does help you kind of figure out stuff before you put too much time and before you invest too much time into designing something. You kind of figure out if it's gonna be worth it or not. So the main thing is this one has it has mobs falling off two sides, which the downfall to that is let's see if I can turn that off. Yeah, the downfall is you have the two collection systems. But then you can also use the same water in the center to do both sides. Which in other design, I think we went away from that because there was just really no simple way to do that. Okay, I think for the most part this is good design. Washes all the mobs to one side just like the way we wanted to. The size is not too big to handle. It would be cut right here. We could add more layers below it if we really want to. Anything else? I guess the biggest thing is like, yeah, it does take quite a bit of this overhang for it to work. Yeah, because you take a lot of time to put in this big overhang. You kind of want to get the most out of it. Get the most out of it, you either want to go down lower, more layers, or you want to go wider. But I think what we want to do is, I think we want to just try to figure out where mob cap is. I think I'm going to add one more layer. Take one of these, put it down there. And then we can start trying to figure out mob cap is at. We have a pretty good idea. What do you think 1.19 will be? Check out my recent video. I kind of talk about that. How did the chicken cross the road? He crossed it with his two legs. That's how he crossed it. So let's go ahead and first thing I'll do is I'll cut all this extra stuff off. And the program we'll use for that is Amulet. Let's load that up. See, I can even do something like this. And you could even probably make a command so I could pop up that page while I'm trying to move stuff around. Chicken built a flying machine. Chickens are notorious for not being good flyers. That's funny. Check the title if you're wondering what's all going on. What do you think about 1.19? I guess we answered that. Wondering what the controller is? Do exclamation mark controller. I can turn that off now that's loaded. This is Amulet. So all I want to do is, first thing I want to do is probably I cut off the rest of this. Yeah. How can I select it? I guess like this. Oh. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll use my mouse and keyboard. My controller ended up pushing buttons I didn't mean to push. So first off, we'll remove these blocks, make it a little bit cleaner so we can see what we're doing. It should be the same amount of distance from here, here to here. That is, wait, how's that 13 blocks? What? No, 14 blocks. Okay, it's 14 blocks? That's not quite right. I think we want it to be, 15 blocks. Okay, I think we need to add, we might have cut off one more than what we should have cut off. That's okay. Program, you can copy and paste stuff. I can copy that and I can paste it. And confirm. This is called Amulet. You can do exclamation mark Amulet if you're curious. Now, I think what we want to do, we want to clean up this side a little bit. We'll copy this and we'll paste it just underneath. And we'll do this to the rest. Right now, what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to cheapen up the cost of building this. And the way I can do that is by making these end rows less cobbled walls. Because the less walls there is, the cheaper it is. Like it's easier to, it's less blocks to place, and it's less materials to place in. Let's just make sure this is in the right spot. And confirm. Okay, that should be good. Now that we got one side completed, program, it's easy to just copy that side, then paste it onto this side over here. A little bit of shifting about. Maybe I'll get it in there. think that's good. Now what I want to do is remove this top piece. Got a little bit extra. Does the amulet have a native command since it's not a mod? What do you mean by native command? You could do exclamation mark amulet. And a farm are you designing? Yeah, this is a general mob farm. Have any idea for acacia farm? I want a fly machine that sends acacia to blast chamber. Oh yeah, that makes the farm a little bit more complicated. Typically, if you can avoid fly machines, from my experience, you can make farms a little bit easier on yourself. So I want to delete this. I need to leave some of these blocks in. We can paste them in once again after I delete this. Just remove that. And let's go ahead and save it. Yeah, I think the rest we could do in the game. So exit out that, hop over here, and we'll hop into the game. Look at that. So the only thing I have to do left is remove. Actually, all of this can be removed. Like to do F3 plus I, like that. And we'll just fill this all in. Actually, maybe I'll do it a different way. We'll do 2 birds, 1 stone. What I need to do is make sure that there is a light level of 0 here, because in 1.18 can't have any light come in. The light currently is, it says 0, but I don't know if I believe that. Go this direction. Yeah, I think that's one downside to this program. It you can see the light, it kind of breaks the light. I think if you remove blocks and place them, it kind of fixes it again. We got 1. We need 1, 2. Ooh, the legs make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we can do 14 technically, right? 14, I think we can. Anyways, then what I do is I do Control V, I go to the beginning of it, Control Delete, I do fill command, and I fill this all in with the exact same block. 2 birds, 1 stone, just like so. It would be a complicated farm, yeah. Yeah, I try to avoid complicated farms mostly because you end up building a farm that not many people will want to build. It also means it takes more supplies. You don't necessarily get a whole lot more reward from it. Sometimes the reward from even a complicated farm is just slightly better than a basic farm. And then it's like, how many items do you really need in the game? Like most people just need items when they want it. They don't need tons of items unless they know what they're going for a specific thing. Okay, what's going on right here? So let's put an on-off switch and just see how this all how it handles itself. So let's see if we had an on switch right here. Handling itself well. It might be. Oh, I might have missed some trapdoors in here. Or no. Oh, the rest of them really doesn't get that far. Well, what say you? What say you? What say you? Looks like we did make it one block too long on both sides. That's not too difficult to fix. I mean, this farm, the most complicated thing, or probably the hardest thing to do is probably put in this ceiling in the top. Which, you technically avoid that? Yeah, not really. Rahan says, hi Ray. What are you doing? Check the title. Okay, so we're just gonna squish the farm. That was actually strange. We actually had it right the first time. We're just gonna squish the farm a little bit. Oh, I think I know why. Whoa, the muggers. Adrin coming in with the 7 biddies. Really appreciate that. Thanks for all the support. How goes it? Did I pronounce it right? Is it Adrian? Adrian? Or is it Adrian? 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 Adrianto? Oh, okay. Does it Love Your Farms? So glad. Thanks for the videos. Yeah, if you guys are wondering what's going on, make sure to check the title. Like, people ask the same question. If you guys do see someone ask in chat, it'd be really helpful if you guys could just do the command for them. Okay, so we just need to whack off one slice on both sides, or we need to slide it over one and then whack 2 off that side, or it don't really matter. Or we can just pull in each side by one. Let's do that. Thanks everybody coming in with those follows. Get their name up on the chat there. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is probably just squish in the sides, because that might be the easiest. So I'll squish this side in. Oh, actually, ew. That would have been easiest back in the day if I had MC edit, but with Amulet's a little bit harder, but we can still manage. Copy, paste, snap there, move into place. Then move in by one, and then confirm. Just like so. And then we can do the same thing over here. We can copy this, paste it. So. Now we can just move it in by one and confirm. Hopefully I did that right. Now we will save it, and I'll hop back into the game. Simon says, is there anything else I can help with? Oh, you mean like in the stream? Answering people's questions is always very helpful. Especially people that ask stuff that there's commands for. Let's just make sure on-off switches are working. Okay, water is all 4 layers there. GG coming in with the host. Thanks so much for hosting. If you guys don't know, you get extra points for hosting. I don't know, is there a command that explains to people how to host? Could someone do !host maybe? If there's a command or not? I guess there's not. There is not a command. I can add one really quickly. And then I can just do this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? We'll add a !host command by going into your own Twitch channel's chat, then typing /host at RaiseWorks. You will be hosting Ray and which is helpful /supportive, and you will be given extra Ray points for your support. Okay, I added it. Let me know if that command, someone try out the command. Waiting for your bedrock breaking videos? Oh, I have a whole playlist of those. You can check that out. Whole playlist of bedrock breaking videos. What should I build? Your gold farm or circle gold farm? I'm really confused. You could build, it doesn't matter if it's a square or circle. Rehand will work similarly. Raise the type faster? A fast typer? Not really. I would say I'm average. The survivor world I'm playing on, we are going to start up my sub server where we can play Raise Grid. I think if you do !Raise Grid, something pops up, hopefully. GF is trying out the new host command. Does that make sense to you guys? Does the host command work with @ symbol? I don't think so. Yeah. I think it does. I think it works with the @ symbol. Well, I'm not sure. You can, maybe someone could try to. Minecraft developer on Twitter says they're now working on the deep dark biome. Are you excited? Yes. Yeah, I read that. Very cool. Okay, so we are working on updating our old farms to newer versions, like 1 to 18. Now we got this working. Most expensive part is still this top piece up here, because it hangs 15 blocks out in all directions. So let's just go over here and stand. See what the light level is. It says 0. It says 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. It says light level might be messed up. It should be 15 here. It is 15. Okay. And then 15. That's 15. And then this should. Oh. Yeah, it says only 14. Oh, okay. Ooh, just place down some blocks and update it. Probably bug to do with that amulet program. Okay, so this is 15, 14, and goes all the way inwards. The 1 is right here. Wherever the wall is, it's 0. So I think we could technically make the little overhang, we can make it smaller. Because this is 1. If we knock off if we knock off one more layer, the one's gonna be right here. If we knock off another one, the one's gonna be right here. So I think we can knock off at least one. Can i5 laptop handle one at 17? Yeah, I think my laptop's i5. Yeah, it handles it. So now we're light level of 2, 1, 0, right here on the platform. Okay. That is good. How are we doing in this corner here? It does end at 0 right here. Okay. How's the light level here? This seems good. I think we could technically cut off these corners, right? Let's check the opposite side while we're at it. We did move in the sides by 1, so it wouldn't make sense that we could also move in everything else. So this is 15. Go inwards. 0 is 1's right here. What the heck? 1's right here. So then 1 would be here, 1 would be here, 1 would be here. So I think we can take off 3 off this side. I am correct. Lighting is glitch 1 at 70 because when I was in dark box, it lit up without any light source. Well, this is because I used a program. I used a third-party program. That kind of looks like a palm tree in the distance. Like that. I don't know why it kind of looks like a palm tree. Not funny. Now, how's the light levels? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Perfect. 0 is right here. And this is also just fine. On this side, it'll be a little bit different because the closest block is right here. What is light levels? Looking at 1 right here. I think we can bring in this side by 1 as well. One. So we can bring it in by, we can knock off 1 off this whole thing. A little bit of lag there. You know, like every block that we knock off of this, we save people blocks from building. For a second, you thought it was a pirate ship? That's funny. So now, if we want to make it cheaper, we should knock out the corners. Corners, because the corners really don't help, right? If we go out 15, if we go straight out from here, can't go, difficult to go straight with the controller. Okay. So that's the farthest we need. So we technically, I think we could do this. And then we wouldn't have to place down all these blocks. Let's just double check. So this should also be the other corner. Yes, okay. So by not putting in these corners, we can save a few blocks. They don't have to be placed in. And then we can also make the build a little bit more worthwhile by also adding more layers underneath. Well, it's gonna look a little bit odd. But it should be fine. Go to the corner, we go out 15. Then we can take out these blocks. Actually, I should check to make sure that actually works. Just double check, make sure it's not. Click the switch. Then we stand here. Light level of 0. Okay, we go 1 this way, 1, 1. Perfect. We're just really cutting down. This is like kind of the compacting part of the build, where you try to cheapen up as much as possible. What hacks is this? Oh, the controller? It's not being cheap, it's figuring exactly what you need. That's true. That's sort of making it cheap. You can just like kind of brute force it, be like, oh yeah, just place down a whole cube of blocks and you'd be fine, right? Or you can say, okay, you don't really need to place down the whole cube, place down all the blocks, even though it's a little bit, you have to think a little bit because you have to build this kind of odd shape. If you do it, you technically place less blocks, which is the benefit of it. Economical, not cheap. Well, it is making it cheaper because it's less time and less blocks. Time is essentially cost. I'll probably save a couple stacks of blocks, even though I am using slabs, which are cheaper. Yeah, and the farm still works the same. A little bit harder to illustrate to explain how to get this design. You have to say something like, oh, you come straight out from the farm, then you kitty corner all the way to here, and then you should be at the other edge of the farm. Something like that. Time is money, yeah. Three at night. Have a good one, Rahar. 3 at night is quite late. Be essentially 3 in the morning. I think this should work. Let's double check. Should be light level of 0 here and 1 over here. Good. Same for this. 0 and 1. Zero, 1, 0, 1. Cool. So that is good. So now, I probably want to add one more layer onto it. I doubt this would ever get close to mob cap. So few spawning spaces. So I think I'll add one more layer on the bottom, and then we'll work on the killing chamber. IOG says it's 12:30. Wow. Still evening for music. IOG says I don't care what time it is. I love your content. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. But make sure to put your sleep ahead of everything. Sleep is very important. Keeps you energetic and keeps your mind solid. Let's add another layer to this. Yeah, I think of all things, like sleep is I don't know, I feel like sleep is more important than eating in some cases. In my opinion. Like, I try to get 10 hours of sleep every night. Some people are like, 10 hours of sleep, that's way too much. But it really helps me stay focused, not get sad or moody, stuff like that. Can avoid all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a chunk of this, and then we'll put it down below. That looks like a good chunk. Okay, so we copied it at the music block 8, I think. Okay. Copy, paste. You get 5 hours of sleep. I'm dying. Yeah, try 10 hours of sleep. Do 10 hours of sleep for a month, and you'll find that you have all sorts of powers. Okay, let's move this down. Oh, I have to be careful how far I move it down. So I'll move it down in groups of 6, I believe. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we added another layer to the bottom, and it should line up still. I don't know. Let's just confirm it. Save. Exit. See what kind of damage we did. So I want to add one more layer. I think I did. So now there should be a total of 10 layers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 layers. Okay, good. That's a good start. Let's do some math to figure out how many spawning spaces that is. So what do we say? We just times this 10. I guess we just add a 0 to the bottom of it. 2,300 spawning spaces. Okay. Okay, so we did that. Now let's add the killing chamber. We can also add the timer too. That might be useful. Just need a clock that tells this thing the hour. We'll do a killing chamber and then we'll do clock. The mobs that pop off of this height. I mean, this is the lowest they pop off. You always want to figure the mob that is the lowest. So grab our egg. The mob would be like right here. He gets washed off. Oh, I must have my commands turned on for those things. Makes them glowing. That's fine. That is okie dokie. Now we need to drop this guy. And figure out how far to drop him. Drop him from here. I want him to die. So I think it's 23 blocks. So set block from where I am minus 23 blocks. And then that'd be a good place to start. So let's see. Did he die? No, okay. Maybe one more. Right, I think it's 23 blocks of air, so maybe this will work. No. Zombies do have a little bit of armor. Oh, we also gotta do it for witches, which I kind of forget. What is this Hospitality World? We have this all mapped out in our world. Do 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 do. It's right here. Or maybe it's above this? No, it's right here. That probably saves them. That will kill him. Yeah, okay. And I think what was this? 42, I think? No. That's like 23 there. So this would be 40? Oh, I don't know why. I'm thinking 40. Oh, that's Enderman probably. I don't know, we'll just figure out where it is. Guys, stop playing in the snow. Look at this, guys. Playing in the snow. So we'll TP ourselves up. 30? $28 maybe? I don't know. Just give us a good estimate. We'll get it exact once we get over there. Hey, Rain. That was 22 more. No. That was 23. One more, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Let's just try that. Might need to add one more. Good start. Got to add for a Roblox game. I don't think I've ever played Roblox. Watch people play it, but I've never played it myself. We can also test this by also moving this up if we're close. Okay, yeah, we are close. So let's go one lower and it should be fine. I guess this build's kind of expensive, but 1.18 it should be good. So we just do this across this entire thing. Oh my god, over a little bit. Let's do it this side as well. There. So now, any mobs that fall off should hit that and die. And then we can pick up their items. Which block should we use? I think... Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, the items might fall all over the place. That's true. So... Yeah, and spiders too. Okay. So this might have to be bigger than I thought. But the rest of it could be just water. So I'm just kind of thinking back to my other farm. Like the way we had the collection thing on there. Because that collection is kind of wide. So what I'll do is come in and we'll just drop some mobs. And we'll see where the items all end up. So the floor is right here, so if any items end up down here, we'll be able to see like where they end up. But the smallest area which we would work with, we'd probably work with the slabs because they're just cheaper. Well, wait, should I do slabs? Actually, wait, we didn't even use slabs up there, did we? Sure. I'm always confused about using slabs because there's some downsides to using them. And sometimes when people like, they see me build out slabs, they just think that it has to be slabs. But yeah, the smallest it would be is like this, and then there'd be like little ledges. Which I don't really want to put in because probably gotta move. I'm pretty sure items are gonna squirt all over the place. Okay. I think what we'll do is I'll drop some items and just kind of see where they all go. Or drop some mobs. You gotta remember, you're also dealing with spiders. And spiders can kind of go a little bit further. Spiders. They might also get shot up by the water too. Anyways, let's just throw down a bunch of them. Could also push each other out a little further. How are the items doing? We got some items way over there. Okay. Unless we stick in something that prevents them from going that far. Oh yeah, that's fine. The spiders can kind of fight against the water. Um, do you have a diagonal to flush the items between slabs? So we'll have water underneath this to wash them all to one side. But I'm just trying to figure out how far the items are going to kind of end up. Like it looks like the items could end up as wide as 3 of these frost. Potentially. We're trying to make the collection area as small as possible. But let's put in some witches. Put some more mobs in. Yeah, he's fighting the water. Witches. Those would be the typical mob. Trapdoors. Trapdoors are expensive compared to blocks. You can kind of see how far they're falling. We do got some items on this side too. That is the downside. The items do hit and then kind of bounce this direction. Now we could put in a wall on this side. But, you know, for every one block that we place in as a wall on this side, we could just as easily have placed it over here. Like there's no difference in placing it up one, placing it over one. But it looks like these items went as far as out 2 blocks at least. Even further. So wall would cost us 1 block. So when the mobs are falling down, they can also push each other too. So it might not be a good thing to have a wall, because the wall is just going to, it's going to let mobs get pushed over and then hit this. So it's probably better to make it flat. In the end, it's probably going to look just like Spider one, but we gotta give it a try. I think we'll go with a 5 wide spot, and then we'll see how many items we lose on top of that. We can do some things to kind of make it slightly wider without actually adding any more blocks. I'll show you that trick in a second. So let's paste that in. Like so. Hopefully that catches majority of it. Let's go ahead and we kill all items in the world. Items wouldn't kill item frames. I think it's fine to kill items. There you go. Okay, much cleaner. So let's drop some more guys. See how they splat. If they're good at splatting or bad splatting, we'll judge them. Spiders up here. Remember, they can also spawn up pretty high. If they get kind of any momentum, they could get kind of pushed out further. There could also be multiple layers going at once, or mobs from lower layers are pushing them out further. So all that stuff could be happening. We got one string that went out way out there. It's pretty far. We don't necessarily need to make it 100%. It just needs to be like pretty good. Picking up stuff. For the most part, everything else is here. The question is, should I just leave that out there, or should I add one more layer? I think for now we'll leave it, and then what we'll do is we're on the edge right here, right? Okay, might want to make it Items could actually fall this direction too. Something hits right here, it could went that direction. So let's actually make this like that. And should make it one more. Yeah, because we do see items going up to, could potentially go out to any directions. Crazy Game says, the man that making, I love your iron farm design, the one of them killed me in hardcore. What? How did my iron farm kill you? Did you hop in the lava? Okay. So the trick we can do to kind of collect slightly more items is because when items actually fall, turn on hitboxes. Items aren't as small as they may appear. If an item lands like this, typically the item would end up landing on the edge block that's holding in the water and wouldn't really get moved by the water. At least not in really thin water. I don't think it wouldn't get picked up in really thin water. But you can do stuff like put in fences or even walls. Like a wall could still hold back the water, yet the item can still land there, but the water can still grab the item and move it. So I think wall might be the cheapest block for this case. Trapdoors are expensive. Even fences are kind of expensive because you don't naturally get a whole bunch of wood while you're doing other things in the game. Like, is there anything that you do in the game that you just happen to get extra wood from? But like just by mining and doing that kind of thing, you do end up with extra walls. Kind of my thinking. But we might have to bring these walls out. We have to change up a little bit, but that's what we got the amulet program for. So that looks good. So rather than use hopping minecarts like the spider farm, you were killed by Iron Golem. Did you punch Iron Golem? No. Yeah, you must have punched Iron Golem. Yeah, you can only punch Iron Golems that you make. You can't punch Iron Golems that are naturally spawned in. Live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, so the downside of using slabs is that if you try to place water there, it goes right through. Gets waterlogged. Like all that's all waterlogged too, so you need to place in... Can this used for... Oh yeah, you can do that, okay. Sort of. Not the best scaffolding block. But anywho, we can put a water source here and here. Now, all the items get moved there. So now we need to move the items a bit more. They're starting to despawn. Okay, so this is where we can either have too high water or we can have staircase water. Hey peoples. Can you speed bridge? How fast do you have to be at bridging to be considered speed bridging? Let's see. My goodness. Yes, look at this go, look at this go. Look at the speed bridging. It's not even bridging, I guess it's like speed staircasing. It's actually just a button on my controller that places the blocks pretty darn fast. Impressive, I know. instead of one that removes blocks. So how do we fix the water thing? Can put in ice. I don't think ice is 100% success. Typically, something like this, where there's so many items, like there's so many different momentums that can come from the items. Ice, I typically would avoid it. Let's just try it. And then what you do is just place in some signs or something. Actually, like banners better. You don't have to close that GUI. We place into water. Oh, that's not water. Spider going down the water. Down the water spout. I just think there just has to be a chance of items popping on that. Well, let's just drop a bunch of mobs and see how this works. Hello, it's got some witches in here. Yeah, like no items got stuck there, but there's just such weird occurrences that can happen. Like every item momentum direction would end up getting possibly used for time. Oh, did some spiders get past or did I? Did they actually get pushed out this far? Pretty far. It's definitely possible. I mean, they're not the only mob that can get pushed out here. Other mobs could get pushed out this far. Can you ninja bridge? I never even heard of ninja bridging. That's probably no. But for these guys, look like they do pretty good at, even if they're, I suppose, if we get some more guys in here, they might push each other around. Spiders are definitely really big, so it's like easy to kind of see if they push each other. If that guy gets pushed out. He actually died from the wall. Kind of funny. These guys are fighting it just because they spawn and they try to pathfind. Oh, look at that. You do get some items stuck on it. So to avoid that, we either staircase the water or we put too high water. Typically do too high water. Oh, that spider can ninja bridge. This spider, he somehow got out of it. Okay, so for too high water, we're gonna have to lower this down by one. Is there anything else we want to do when we pull up Amulet? Dang, we've been streaming for an hour 20 minutes. What the heck? Time goes so fast when I'm always designing farms. That is crazy. Crazy. Thanks everybody's coming in with those follows. If you guys haven't already, hit the follow button just underneath the stream. Really appreciate it, and it's great support. Okay, so we'll lower that down. We'll see if we need to change anything. For now, I won't change anything. But we'll probably have to make it wider and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Ooh, we're actually really close to the bottom of the world. So I'll highlight this area, copy it, paste it. And we'll move it one lower. And we'll just confirm that. Save it. So this will let us be able to put in 2 layers worth of water. And that should let the items stop from getting wet. In weird places. Oh, when I lowered it, it didn't. Oh, I didn't delete the old stuff. Okay. I'm not sure. Let's just get rid of it for now. I don't think we really need old stuff. We got to put in our own stuff. Okie So now that we have area to put in 2 high water. Actually, wait. Oh, there's ice. I was like, where did the ice go? we got room to put in our own water. So we need to put in something that will stop the second water that we put in. We also need something to stop that water. That's fine. You can come in and remove this water. Using ice to remove water. Now we place in water here. Okay, so that's what it looks like now. It looks kind of strange. It looks like the water kind of channel is like divided by these banners. Like, take your marks. You go in your like little spot here, and then you take off. But yeah, that should give a little bit of momentum to even items that fall. They shouldn't get stuck, or it should be exceedingly more rare. Okay, so we do this a couple more times across the whole thing. I think I could just copy this piece and put it on there. Hey, D-Box. Which is inspires falling from the sky. Why do you use World Edit? Oh, why don't you use World Edit? World Edit is a mod and doesn't work on some versions, especially newer versions. You have to wait for the people to update it. Like, really annoying to keep changing out files to try to get stuff to work. What's a controller? It moves. So how many more of these do I need? Probably at least 2 more. Let's add in those 2, and then we'll drop some more mobs, some spiders and witches from the sky. And we'll see how they do. The only thing I don't like about this amulet, it's really slow to load up. If I click that button, it takes a while. It's also missing a lot more features than MC Edit did. But yeah, the main people oftentimes people ask like, why don't you build big farms like you used to? But the main thing is just without MC Edit, it's so annoying to design big farms and stuff like that. Just so annoying. To the point where it's not even worth it. I was hoping this program would make it more feasible. Where is the water? Hard to see. Copy that, paste it in front of it. That should, oh no. That should go back by one. There. Okay, we'll paste that in. And we'll paste one more in here. Just to do the final bit. La-di-da-di-da. How are we doing? Hard to see. Okay, so we just want to barely cover this water here. So water ends there. Cover like that. That should be it. And confirm. Save. And exit. Survive, says Minecraft. What farm are you building? Check the command and the title. Okay, so we don't need all of this. Actually, what we need 1, 2, and then we can put in our wall. Like so. Then I think we can put our hoppers right here. Actually, we could even put in one hopper. I'll lower. Oh, I guess we're not that low. You can put in one more water thing here. Let's see if can I switch that with number 2. Oh. So rather than placing in a hopper, that might just be slightly cheaper. Place a little bit more water. Thing is, like, how do you put this water in? You need a spacer block in order to place it in. Mm-hmm. Doing some minor switch out of blocks, a bit cheaper ones. Okay, I think that should work. Now I place the hopper here. Actually, what? Let's place it on this side. And then we place in our chest. There, that should collect the items. Anything we're missing? Oh yeah, this drops more mobs. Let's see how they do. got witches and spiders. So some got pushed past it and they actually got into the safety of the water. Seems pretty unlikely for them to get pushed into water. So if they do, you want to make sure they like fall out of spawn radius, the despawn radius. Throwing some witches. We're also looking at items, how items fall, and if there's any spot where they get clogged up. Well, some items flow past the hopper. You get more than 5 different items at once. There's a stopper. Well, probably not a good stopper. Oh yeah, should probably put it in a different stopper. Let's put it over here then. That way, it's a little bit easier to control the items. Now, if they get shot past, I think they might still land on that. Hey, mole. These spiders, might have to think about stopping them. Okay, looks good. All that's good. Let's drop some more. Spiders, I think definitely going to be the problematic one. There'd have to be several spiders behind each other. Like, kind of like this, I think. One kind of pushes the other one, maybe. It'd have to be really close to the two. Remember, like different layers they're all dropping mobs kind of at the same time. Check out the witches. I got one witch down there. For items, we got one item that got through, I think. Did I? Yeah, that one might have got through. Items getting through isn't hardly any. Let's see, how wide is this? This is 30, 33, I think. I think this is slightly wider than the lowest area which the sphere allows mobs to despawn. We go over to this world here. And we look at the very bottom of this massive sphere that I made using MC8. I think it's 24 across. Let's pull up this. Oh, I guess that is up. Okay, so it starts. Doesn't start very nicely. Well, maybe on the side. Okay. So it goes one on that side. There's 16, 18, 20, 22. Okay. There's 22 blocks across at the widest. What you try to do is like imagine that that drop area that I had, the kill spot. Imagine that trying to fit in here. But it's 30 some blocks across, so it wouldn't fit in there. It's 30. How much is this big one here? Let's see what this is. do, okay. About 2, 4, okay, 16 there, and then another chunk here. So yeah, it's definitely big enough for the second one. I just try to calculate that because of drowns. Drowns could spawn underneath of the farm, and you don't want to let too much water exposed to a spawning area. Otherwise drowns will spawn in there. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's good. We can fit it into that. Could make it a little bit bigger, but not be modular. I'll back onto here. Okay. I think the main thing we want to test is let's see how these guys actually do in a good scenario. So they should all die. Oh, actually, ooh. Ooh, this is a good idea. So they're technically all supposed to die at this level here. Top of it. So we could try to use the despawn radius, just like I did in my creeper farm and my copper farm, or my drowned converter farm. So that's kind of one reason I was looking at the spheres, because we could take advantage of that. Anything that doesn't hit on here properly would just despawn. If there's like maybe 1 in 1,000 mobs fall off the edge, then it's not really worth trying to catch that extra mob. Oh, thanks for posting that information there, Vision. Yeah. So we got 1, 2 blocks of falling. That actually might be perfect. We set this at that level. We drop it down 2. That should be fine. Anything that falls off this should despawn. So what I can do is, if I land, mobs land here. What I can do is I want to set block up in the air, 128 blocks. That's where the player's going to AFK. I'll just make it glass. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Or wait, I want to kind of put in the middle of the farm. I don't know if that was in the middle. What is the middle? Middle is right where these things are. Okay, so that's right where this is. Put some glass there. Okay, let's check this out. Vox says Ray even automates his viewers with the commands. Yeah, I try to make a command so that people can like help themselves. I'm a real promoter of people being able to help themselves. Like, sure, I could help you, you know, there's a lot of people that could help you in your world, but you learn to help yourself, you can overcome a lot. I'm not sure if that's the middle one. This one might be the middle one. Yeah, neither of these look like the middle. I'm just kind of judging how much stuff sticks off on both sides. I think I'm not really standing in the center. Let's grab a target block. It's gonna paranoia me if I don't figure out which one of these is middle. Okay, so if I stand here and get rid of that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's the middle. Not that one. Let's just double check. Left is more middle. Yeah, yep. It was the left one. Good job. Okay, so this is where you're AFK. Actually, wait. Probably not here. That hurts the farm a little bit by putting it here. we actually have we have a lot of we have a little bit of room to work with. We can move it as far as well, okay, it's hard to do math in my head, but we can't quite move it as far as 22 blocks away from the center of the actual farm, of the killing chamber. Everything's based off of the killing chamber down below because that's the lowest point of the farm. But this should be plenty good. Like if you're at least 4 blocks away from spawning, it's pretty much a 0% chance of you interfering with the farm. Thoughts on lettuce? Lettuce is good. Eat your vegetables, guys. Let's just double check all this good stuff down here. Yeah, so we're like 5 blocks away. Should be plenty. And then kind of imagining that big bowl sphere and how this fits into it. And then if any pieces hang over or anything like that. But no, there's a definitely fit. Definitely fit. I think that's like 40 blocks across the second layer of it. Okay. Do you have social friends? What do you call social friends? I mean like just friends you meet online? Like you don't know them in real life? Yeah, I have a lot of those. Probably too many. I befriend people pretty easily. Ooh. I'm just trying to think of what is left. Oh! Besides trying to figure out if mobs escape that thing, that's essentially what I was going to do next. But we need to also put a clock in. Farm isn't going to really be automatic without a automatic clock. Okay, so we need to send signals to that. That means we need to have a timer back here. I really don't know what type of timer we're gonna have. Usually I just don't try to overthink it too much. But we need a repeater pointing into that. That's for sure. If I remove that, that's going to be bad. Yeah, let's not overthink this too much. Do some of this. And put a torch on the side. Holy muggers! Rain Beanin coming in with a gifted sub tier 1 to Real Burn Your Bridges. Thanks so much, Rain, for gifting that sub. You will get that little gifted sub badge in front of your name now. Congratulations. And you also make it on to the high scores, which you can check out, I think, down below. I think is it above your guys' chat? It's above my chat, at least. Where it shows the top people that gifted subs for the month. Thank you so much, Rain, for that. And Burn Your Bridges, make sure to thank Rain for gifting that sub. And gifted subs are just like normal subs. You get all the benefits. Make sure to check those out with that link there in the chat that Ilio did. That Raise Subs perk link. Check that out to see all the benefits you get by being a sub. So this seems too fast at the moment. Put in some lengthy delay on this thing. Okay, this one goes this way. Good. We'll let this run. We'll see how that goes. Switching the water and all that good stuff. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Meantime, let's see if we can check out this one. Yeah. Check out this. Tori made this. Be right back, guys. I'm back. Okay. The thing goes through all the pictures. Pretty cool. Catch up with the chat. Da, 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 da. We got Lepru. Says, big hug from Spain. Welcome in. This is the General Mob Farm. Is it better to send signals using walls? Not in this case, because walls aren't they aren't redstone in their own, so you'd have to add more attachments in order to get the same thing. But in this case, we're not going that far. We probably end up having to use the same amount of materials or more if we try to do walls. Check the title if you guys want to know what's going on. Let's see if we catch up with chat. Hey, got the moats going on. Nice. Okay, so we're just watching the water. So, the way we would want the water to go, we want the water to just barely wash everything off the edge and then recede. That would be ideal situation. Water goes to the second layer. Does take a little bit longer to recede, I think. We'll just measure it. Okay, starter. Oh, I forgot to stop it. Try again. Okay, start. Down. Gone. Okay. 5.5 seconds. Let's see how the other water does. Hey, Draco. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's like gone in like less than 2 seconds. Holy crap. That was really fast. Yeah, like 1.5 seconds. The other one was 5.5 seconds. Jeezies. That's quite a difference. Quite a difference. It's almost to a point where you might not want the water to fall down like this, because just the falling down takes so much time. Might just want to put in more water along this edge. Ooh. They make it tough. It's nice. It's It's nice that the water does that, but dang, it's like 3-4 times as long. Go away. One way is the biggest deal. Like you want the water to sit there as little as possible. But one thing we can do is we can cut off the water sooner. So what we can do is first we need to figure out exactly how long we need the water to sit there. So if we have a mob that's way back here, how long does it take it for it to get pushed to the opposite side? What the heck are the other witches pathfinding? No fighting witch. Okay. It took a little under 5 seconds for a non-fighting mob to get pushed off the side. Yeah, you could make this a creeper farm. Alternate. Give it slabs. Yeah. Maybe trapdoor wasn't closed so long. Hey, Myrna. So it takes about 5 seconds for the wash mob off. We want the water to wash. And then I think we want quite a bit of time of not washing. Because it takes it to fill it up. Depending on how many layers you have, it takes a while to fill them up, Cap. Alternating is good because you always want to have some platforms that have, like right now, see all this water? Like right now, there's no platforms that have any water exposed. Alternating also means that it doesn't matter where. I mean, the way we have the system currently set up, the water has to be somewhere. There's no way to shut off both waters. Hey, Kesha. So, having the shortest amount of water, kind of what we want. Okay, so let's first just shorten this. How much should we shorten it? Let's first figure out how long it actually is. Start. Okay, so it's 9 seconds. So we can cut it about half. Let's just cut it there. Yeah, the problem is this water doesn't. We just look at this one. It's not too bad. Ooh. Yeah, it's because these two floors don't work the same, then you can't really time it nicely compared to since we're using one timing system for both types of floors. Maybe we'll just have to come in and fire it from both sides. Holy muggers. Got 10 biddies coming in from Adrian. Thank you so much, Adrian. 10 biddies. That's a lot of cheers. It says hum. And just before that, Rain coming in with a biddy. And before that, Adrian came in with a biddy. And for that, Rain coming in with the biddy. Appreciate you guys with the support. I think we might have to make both floors the same. Otherwise, it's just so hard to time it, especially precisely like that. We can still T-flip flop it. Yeah, it's probably just best, because I mean this water takes so slow. If we could cut this water off, then it wouldn't be such a big deal, but that just complicates it. 11 biddies coming in from Rain Ben. Appreciate that. Thanks for the support, guys. Helps me keep going at it. So, okay, I think we kind of know what our next thing is. Let's go ahead and just change out the bottom piece. Let's put this. Where should we put that? Right there. I mean, it was a good try. We tried like having the water go multiple layers, but just as we kind of tested before, it has its own downsides, which is you have to wait for the water to dissipate, which does take a while. And by having it all hooked to the same clock, you can't treat it differently. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll probably just copy this floor to the next layer down. Let's put some slabs in here. Let's put the tile ones are pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll fix up this one layer the way we want to, and then I'll just copy it to all the other layers. Enderman won't spawn here, will they? Just to make sure. No. Okay. That would make it a little bit cheaper just for building supplies, making it slabs. Okay, so we got that. We got the floor now. So if we move, we have the same setup, but down by one. Should sort of work. We might have to move this whole thing off to the side. Let's just kind of pretend that we have this here. So we'd have this here like this. We wouldn't have this. We'd probably put it over here. Or would we put it there? Maybe we'd move it up by one more. Like that. And we'd have the redstone on top of that. Like that. That's powered and that's powered kind of thing. Sure. Don't know if a better way of doing that. You could just use repeaters, I guess. You'd have to pull a repeater out of this, put it in down there. I mean, that might be just as easy. Pistons do mean you need sticky. Some people don't like. Some people don't like using sticky blocks or getting slime, I guess. So we'd grab a signal out here, and then we just have to take it down. You'd have to put it into this block over here. Like that. And then this. That could work. That's not putting any solid blocks. Oh, I guess it's putting one solid block at this level, but that's already 4 blocks away. I don't know. I think this is probably cheaper because people just don't like seeing slime. We have plenty of room. So technically this can also be a full block, and well, that can't be a full block. Then again, how do we repeat this? I can't pull out of there anymore. Okay, I think to make this work, I have to put it over here. Something like this. Now I have room underneath of this one. You continue this pattern like that, right? Well, might need to be alternating pattern. And yeah. I have to put signals into this one. No, I have to put signals into a block. Definitely not going to be pretty. Definitely not pretty. Yeah. Use classic slab staircase. Yeah, it's definitely put power from the bottom. I mean, we could run the clock from the bottom. That's actually not a bad idea. Before it was easier to run it from the top, but it might be easier now to run it from the bottom. But we still would need to put repeaters in. System of slime blocks. We're trying to avoid slime blocks. And Ryan coming in with 3 more biddies. This seems good. Yeah, we're getting close. The problem is here, this, like this signal kind of thing, kind of ugly looking. Could work. I think it might be better to put the clock at the bottom. There's no reason not to have the clock at the bottom. Maybe mobs would potentially attack you if you try to turn it on. So go ahead and take this setup here and put it down for each floor. I might try to use the in-game clone command just because I think it might be a little bit faster. You do have to remember a couple things though. You got to see on the positive corner. Something you might have to place in your own blocks. Use a wall elevator on some floors. Inverts a signal. What do you call a wall elevator? I guess I don't want to use a fill command, but you want to use a clone command. But anyways, we'll clone from there to there. And we'll put it here. Right, no. Put it here. Did it work? I think so. We just need to stand inside this block. Oh, okay, that was not right. Need to stand ahead of this block. I think. Did I do it wrong again? The downside to doing this, yeah, I think. No, it's where my feet are, but it's so hard to tell where your feet are at. I want here. Actually, wait. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay, there. That's right. The next one I want a space like this. I think that's right. So hard to tell. Do you like cheese? Cheese is good. Use piston pushing. Yeah, try and avoid pistons. Oh, you're trying to use the whole 12 push limit, but this is higher than 12 blocks, so you'd have to use a couple of them. Maybe it's just gonna be easier to put the thing down below. That's what we'll do. I need my head to be inside of block. You stream for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Crazy. Oh, did I mess up there? Yeah. This one is... a bit off. It's inside of this. Okay. Hopefully I did it right. So yeah, let's power it from the bottom. It'll be much easier. Even if we have to put in repeaters to extend it. We can sort of start from the top though. Each of them has to have one of these sticking out of it. So that's just, we need a repeater to make the signal as strong as possible. We want that repeaters later on. Yeah, as Vision said, we just overcomplicate it. Okay, and let's work backwards, just because I don't want the redstone to run out in the wrong location. Also grab some normal blocks. I want the redstone to be like this. Zigzag it. Oh, not you. Not you. I think that would work. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it has to be that because there's a repeater there. Repeater would also be here. Oh, that wouldn't. Yeah, that wouldn't work there. But we could put it on this side. Hey, Sphery. That might be as good as we get it. Might not be long enough to reach. It only goes up 15 blocks. Is this tile well or not? I guess technically does. As long as we're always going upwards. Well, maybe it doesn't tile. You don't need to interrupt the staircase. I mean, there's technically, if you ignore the 2 blocks over here, it looks like a normal staircase on the side for the most part. Second repeater. What about the second repeater? On the top. You mean like I could place a block in here? Is that what you're talking about? Like this? Yeah, I don't really see. Not really turning palatable. I mean, I could put a block. Could have put a block there, but I am trying to avoid solid blocks kind of close. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. It shouldn't make too much difference. Put it here, then it would be able to go this way, but it wouldn't be able to come back up this way. So I don't think that would work in that case. Place there a slab and repeat. And then repeat block 1 high. Oh, I want to keep it at the same Y level for this. Yeah, they're all at the same area. I just wanted to keep that. Keep it consistent. Let's keep going down with it. As long as we're at least going up 1 block and losing 1 redstone. Otherwise, we're losing more redstone than we are going upwards. That's the main thing that I'm trying to keep. Because how tall is this? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. We don't have to go up that one though. 27 blocks, so we can't get all in 1 redstone anyways. So we're gonna have a repeating part here somewhere. I wish it was like really consistent, because then when it comes to like telling people how to build it, a lot easier. But don't seem that nice. Use redstone torch. You can maybe keep block top. Well, the clock down below is probably be better for this. Going downwards is harder than going upwards. On the testing server, you have to be in the version it says. I think it's 1 to 18.6, or experimental snapshot 6 now. Let's just put down a redstone block and see how far it goes. Oh, okay. That was the maximum right there. Just randomly put it there. That's the maximum. Okay. So right here we need to have a repeater pointing into it. Don't think it's gonna work on this side. I was hoping this was a little bit prettier just because, like I said, it would help in making tutorial. I mean, technically we can make the repeater up higher. Just can't make it any lower. Actually, see what I don't. How far do we get? We got 1 layer, 2 layers, 3, 4, 5 layers. But we're only halfway. Maybe we'll try to make it stretch it as long as possible. I mean, I could put it here, I guess. And then we just have to, oh, it's not gonna be so pretty. Not so pretty. Not so pretty. Maybe I should do this differently. Maybe I should put a block above this and then have the repeater over here. Oh, then the redstone would be over here and be touching it. Because it would be nice if the player could use this to build off of, rather than building up here in the air. Hello, Mr. Captain. But yeah, if I have redstone over here, it's just going to connect with this other redstone beside it, which is going to be annoying. So I guess having it over here is okay. But now that we're over here, not a big deal, but you gotta make the redstone just reach a little bit further. Goes over there, and then I think from here we can actually go back to our old the old way we had going on. Okay. And that should be, oh, we gotta do this one down here. Almost there. Okay, so if we have redstone here, is it gonna reach? Does. Okay, good. How close is it to not reaching? It's 3 away. We can put it, we can actually lower the clock down by 2. Should be fine. I was just thinking about putting the clock a little bit lower so that if people come down here land on top of the clock, maybe with the light or something, they don't get shot by like skeletons or creepers don't see it and blow them up. Torch idea was one of the best. Well, the problem with torches, they also put off light. Then you have to try to stop the light. But yeah, torches could go up. but torches are every 2. They repeat every 2, where this platform repeats every 3, so it's not going to be very nice. Hey, Sam, bring out the Gordy motes. Place a block on top of the repeater with a torch on the side. Yeah, like I said, torches produce light. And then number 1.18, any light stops mobs from spawning. Thanks for the biddy there, Sam. Here is a penny. Please buy something good with it. Thank you for that. Appreciate the support. Get there on the biddy board. So, okay, so we can lower down by... I think down here would be fine. The clock down here, the mobs should not be able to see you. I'm not sure what type of clock I want to do the things that I want. Let's just start out by being in a repeater torch clock. Good. Look at that, I got a torch in my hand still. Torches cause lag. I mean everything in the game causes lags. Any type of block update. Torches do checks. They also do light updates. I don't know how timing's doing. I think we want it shorter. Want to wash, then close it. I also want to alternate. We don't want all the platforms to wash at the same time. Is it kind of noisy? Or is it just my headset? Hey, Tino. Up here we used 9 repeaters. We got quite a bit more. Try that. Okay. Convert the signal. Yeah, problem is with the torch. Torch would be light. Light's not good. Guess that's where pistons come in. Pistons are kind of nice. Yeah, pistons were nice for that. Andrin coming in with 3 more biddies. Showing the love. Thanks so much. Well, pistons might be the answer after all. In which case, we'd probably want to power them from the top. Okay, let me save this world. Copy it and make a copy of it. Ranbin coming in with 5 more biddies. So much, man. You are number 2 on the biddy board. Let's see. We got Ranbin number 1. Oh, now you're number 1. Okay. Just updated. We got Adrin is number 2. And we got Sam is number 3. Dang, we're so undecided. Any side, should we use pistons or repeaters? How much does the first bit give? Each bit is exactly 1 penny USD. Yeah, I kind of forgot about the whole alternating thing while I was wiring that up there. Alternating. Well, we either make like two of these farms. Oh yeah, what happened to putting it side by side? Oh yeah, that didn't work because of the... I think now we put it side. We can put one on either side. It would make more surface area. Then, what about the wiring? Oh, the wiring would not work. Options, options, options. Half piston, half repeaters. 5 more biddies from Adrin. Thanks so much. I put in both sides. I don't know if there's really room in the redstone. Or like, I don't know. Yeah, there's like no really zero room to put redstone in. Okay. Other options are... Well, the whole idea of having 2 of them would be like one flows, the other one doesn't flow, and they switch swap. 3 biddies from Rainben. Thanks so much. Salt for everybody. What about 12 block redstone blocks? That might work. Just because it would be really compact. But the system, like this is over 12 blocks tall. So it was 3 blocks and there's like 9 of them. So that would be like 30 blocks, which is even more than 2 of them. Or it could be as little as 27 blocks. Still over 2 piston pushing. Options, 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 options. Well, I made a copy of that of this world, so I can knock out this. If we need it, we can pull the backup. So power, let's just try power going downwards. Actually, let's just use a fill command. So if we had pistons, most likely would use just sticky pistons. Like we really don't have room to put them in here. Can't really do anything special with that. If we were to put one on each side, if we were to put in like trapdoors on this side and run 2 farms. Yeah, like this is really all the room we have in between just this one space here. Piston would be powered or not powered. I mean, I guess could we technically put the piston in this direction? No, because that would be pushing it into the floor. Rain saying hi. A place like that because it's bud powered. Yeah, that's like the only way you could place them. And if they bud power, it's either they're either gonna bud or not bud. Technically, so this would be powered. So that trapdoor would technically be open. No, trapdoor would be here. That. So unpowered actually end up powering it, which isn't what you want. Anyways. Just trying to think of all options. See if I remove power. Oh. Where's that power come from? Bud? Oh, it is. Yeah, she did bud it. That's funny. But yeah. So right now when it should be open like that, this one's technically not open, it's closed. We turn the piston this way. Doesn't really work because you need the piston to be here, red's going to be here and there at the same time. And pushing down wouldn't actually activate those. Yumdy zumzy yums. How many Streamlabs points do you have? Oh yeah, that is different than Gordy points. I think what we'll do first is we'll try to get this to work with just one side powering it. And then if we want to, we could try adding in a second side. Hey, MSS. I also got Komodo in the chat. Welcome in. Rushing funny story. Nice. Waiting for big boom. Ooh. Don't know what to think about this. Yeah, let's just put the repeaters in and see how that goes. So the repeater would be here, I think. Oh, we would also need to alternate that. I think we alternated last time, did we? So when this one's powered and this one's not powered. So I guess maybe maybe we put it down here. Powered, and then this one. And that one's powered, and this one not be powered. So where do we have to put this? Kind of got to worry about budding. Want it not to be powered? So that's not powered. And put our note block in there. Update that. So far it's power not powered, and then this one has to be powered. Maybe we'll use pistons and repeaters. Doesn't quite line up. Funniest power would use detector rails. Detector rails. Oh my goodness. Don't even want to get started with detector rails. You have to have entities and whatnot. So this one needs to be powered, meaning that the redstone block would have to be there, meaning the piston would have to be there and extended. So instead of doing that, we'd probably just place it like this. Not gonna reach the corners though. So then we need to have a repeater pointing into either this block or that block. I have one perfectly on hand. Yeah, I think a combination. That brings that down there. Good. Try to make something tileable. That way, once people learn how to do one set, they can do all of them. So, yeah, this is clearly not tileable. So this would be... So that would be... That one's off, so this one needs to be on. We just need to put the redstone there. That means the repeater has to go there. Okay. Then when that one turns on, this one extends. That would come down to there, power that, but then we need to extend that. We need comes down, which is that. That goes into that block with the repeater there. Good. I think we still need our note block here, right? Okay, so that's off, on, off. To repeat it, we need to have the piston here. I think we need to have that note block. Right there. And I believe that's tileable now. So then this would be... oh wait. Well, the first one's off. Okay, so off, on, off. This one needs to be on. Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't have one really set up for that one. Other than this one. This one technically reaches... Where's that one? This one needs to be on, so the piston needs to be here. Oh, actually, that is where this one is. Okay. Yeah, I just had it one and too high. I don't want to use pistons. I want to avoid them if I can. But there's no real good way for me to do this without pistons. It's either pistons, torches put off light, which you can't really have in 118. Need more redstone stuff. There's all redstone stuff I can choose from. Could use comparators. Comparator's not bad. They would make a full strength too. Line blocks, try and avoid those because people always complain about getting those. Did comparators. Why would be a big piston pushing thing? This or comparators? This or comparators? Comparators mean we'd have to push them all down. Did they still? Oh, yeah, I think they update. If you push as far as 12 blocks. The downside is when we try to make let's say we have a whole bunch of cauldrons. Push all the cauldrons down. How do we get all the cauldrons back up again? We'd have to have a clock down below as well to push them back up again when time's ready. I wouldn't have to take any sticky pistons, where this one does. This is probably going to take at least one for every 2 levels, so it's going to take 5 pistons, but the other ones are going to take probably 4. Push a bunch of cauldrons down. Piston down here with a delay, pushes it all back up again. We have to have another set of these. Like, it's not even going to work with 2 of them. I think we already said that. This is 10 platforms, 3 blocks between them, so that's 30 blocks. Pistons push like 12, so I don't think it's going to add up. Torches, we're 4 blocks away, spawning platform. Yay! Yeah, you could put the torches over here. And we do got plenty of room to put torches on over here. It would be cheaper than this. Hoping that we could put this on both sides. That way we can get a little bit more money's worth out of building the top platform, and also building this. But actually, if we went more layers downwards, it'd probably be better. Streaming for 3 hours. Got a a lot of options. Let's try this. That is the last row, okay. Looks cleaner, but yeah, I think the torch tower would be cheaper. Let's give this a try. Okay, so that one's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Like so. That took 5 pistons? 5 pistons. No blocks, which take redstone. Redstone blocks. Torch tower would probably be cheaper. Dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Especially if we go more layers. Put out 2 sides. Yeah, they're not that good. Let's turn this on, just see how it does. Oh, lost my spider egg. Okay, let's try spider. Oh, that looks good. Nice. Now I go up to our AFK spot. We might come in with torches. Kind of undecided at the moment. Let's see. We have mob spawning on. And we'll do mob spawning. Oh, it's okay. True. Mob cap's going up. Not going up too fast. See, it's over on the right hand side. Right here where it says M. I don't think mobs can spawn anywhere else. Oh, we can't even see them because we got glowing us on them. Yeah, I mean, we're at 50 mob cap. should be around 70. We could definitely add some more layers. Again, like I said, it depends on how high or low you build this too. We are building it pretty low, I think, right? Because typically it would be Ave King. Well, 60 plus 120, 190. Yeah, typically it'd be Ave King up at 190 Y. Only at 130. So this would be like if you built the farm way down low, which you wouldn't want to do because that'd be more cumbersome. A drain coming in with 2 more biddies. Core G. Very cute puppy. Potential changes. Yeah, 1.18. Now your number 1 biddy. Rain coming in with 3 more biddies. Putting him into first place. Oh, so how are we sitting? We're sitting around 40 mob cap. Somewhere around there. 30 to 50. Why does it seem like the mobs are... Oh, I think it's my render. I think it's my how far I can see entities. I want to see them fall. Oh, we also get some bat spawns. um So mob caps is going pretty low, lower than 30s. Probably just not enough spawning spaces, because half the time it's being flooded. Speed it up. Yeah, now we're down 30 or even down 20s. So we're AFKing high enough away so the mobs can spawn. What was the thing I came down here to check? Oh. Yeah, this typically won't happen because they would despawn. Oh yeah, check on items. We do get some items that fell out. The hopper can't keep up with them. Items did fall out this side, not very many compared to this side. So I think we should maybe increase this side by 1. Maybe the items get a slight momentum because it seems like there's quite a few at this side. For the most part, it works. Those guys would have despawned, but that does also tell us that some are getting past, which is lost potential. But all in all, it seems to work good. We'll just add more layers and tweak some little bits, and then it should be good to go. Make sure you guys are following me over on my YouTube channel. Link is there in the chat right now. That's where I will have a video about this farm. I'll probably do a block by block tutorial. It is not too difficult to do. And make sure you have the bell notifications turned on over there as well, so don't miss out on future streams. As I do stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, doo -doo -doo -doo. Looks good. Make sure you guys also follow me on my Twitter as well as Discord. If you guys haven't already joined the Discord, click that link there. You guys can show off your builds and let us know how everything is going. We are going to raid somebody. Let's go ahead and raid none other than Drathmore. Let's see if we get all 96 of you guys to join in the raid. Thank you, Rain, for the 5 more videos right as we get ready to go raiding Drathmore. He's an amazing builder. He does freestyle building in Minecraft in survival. He has a wild imagination where he designs really these aesthetically pleasing builds to the eyes, all in survival. Let's see what he's up to today. We're going to give him a raid. Thanks, guys, so much for all the bits, all the subs. It is sub-September. So I guess subs are 20% off. Something like that. Gift subs are 20% off. Something like that. Sub-September. Hey, Kim and Jax. How are you doing? We're just about to raid Drathmore. Came at amazing time. Are you guys ready to go raiding? As always, when we hop over there, make sure